Hey everybody, this is ODAWA from My Gaming Addiction, and it's time for another idea from my summer diary here. This is a unlootable TC, but I want to call it also a redeemable TC. Essentially, you have a sleeping bag down here, which means you can spawn in and collect whatever loot has fallen after raiders have given up. With a traditional system of an unlootable TC, we have a way to frustrate raiders, but once that loot is dropped down, you also can't get it either, unless you have a plugin that allows you to remove walls. So let's go and take a look at how to make this thing in a little bit, but let's compare the costs. This is 65 HQM right here, and I'm going to show another version over here. This is allowing you a little bit more room to have a whole large wooden box. In the other one, you only have two small little campfires. Actually, only one right now. You can place another one over here if you get the TC placement correct. And the way that this works is you can actually place loot in here and spawn into your bag and transfer really important loot for secure storage down here. Now, the reason that I have a couple other options to look at with you here is that, yes, this is cheap at 65 rockets, 65 HQM. And the problem with this, though, is that after they destroy your 4-rocket door, right? After they destroy that, often the sleeping bag gets destroyed as well. So this is a good option if people give up just before breaking your sleeping bag. But over here we have another option, which if I test this, the sleeping bag does not take damage, but all of these boxes do. And so this is a better version here of 85 HQM. And if you're looking for even more storage, get your sleeping bag far away from the door. You have two large wooden boxes, small wooden box, and a drop box as well. Even a campfire over here, and you can access your loot by passing it down through a small wooden box just like this. Get it in as far as possible, close up the door. This allows you to access the TC and also pass things into basically a suicide bunker like this. That is 98 HQM. Over here we have the deluxe model. Now at this point it starts to become a little ridiculous. At 139 HQM you might as well just build a door push design or a roof bunker. There's so many other options that would be even more cost effective than this. But let's come back to the second model and learn how to make that. Okay, so first of all, right here, let's raid this guy and show you some features related to why we have a half height ceiling in the honeycomb right here. So let's say we raid this, and let's do 4 rockets. Okay, so with those 4 rockets, we've opened up the door, and 1 rocket will destroy that TC. And all of the loot has fallen down there. The raider hopefully will give up. At this point, let's take a look to see the health of the sleeping bag. It looks like it's okay. If they continue to fire in here, it's going to splash and hit that sleeping bag. So you'll notice that floor frame that we have in here is actually HQM, which means that people cannot place a beach towel or a sleeping bag down in there. It's just too tight. And if they continue to fire in here, even one more rocket starts to do damage and it destroys their sleeping bag. So that's why I would say let's not teach you how to make this one, but let's say even that's gone. The purpose of those half height ceilings right here, once the gibs clear away, the purpose of this guy right here is so that people cannot actually place a sleeping bag in there still. So let's go show you how to make this one right here. And actually let's upgrade. Let's do this one, which gives lots of storage for your little micro basement. Okay, let's head on and do 3 triangle foundations. And I'm going to do full walls here, a half wall in twig, ceiling, and we'll also do these. Destroy this and replace this with a floor frame. Upgrade all of the twig now. Upgrade this to HQM and these to sheet metal. Placed in your full wall. And let's get our TC in there right now. We'll get a nice sharp angle. Just like that. Doesn't have to be perfect, but we're hoping we'll have room for like a campfire or something here. And at the front here, let's build in twig. Go 3 here, and we're going to do 4 HQM around here, but for now, just do stone. If you wait to upgrade those to HQM later, your sleeping bag will be nice and close to those foundations. Check that you can still upgrade. If you can, you're good to go. Okay, switching to sheet metal now. All right, there we go. Of course, don't close yourself in unless you want to sleep down here or something. I don't know, but yeah, right here we have a HQM single door frame, and we're going to put on our door. We're going to open that up and see if we can fit in a sleeping bag, not a sleeping bag, but a small wooden box. If you cannot fit this, then you can definitely fit a campfire. And right now I'm going to put a large wooden box over here on that angle and another one right here. And we'll just do a small one right here. And hey, look, we fit in 2 small. That's awesome. And we're also going to fit in another small one right here. But like I said, let's just put a campfire because most of you probably will only be able to reach for that. Let's put a small wooden box as far in to the left as we can, which means that we can pass our loot down. No problem. Spawn in. Make sure this is upgraded. And of course, these guys for our honeycomb. Okay, so now we're looking at something that costs 98 HQM. And if you spawn in here, you can transfer your loot just like that. Put it down here. And if we destroy this guy, that sleeping bag is going to be just fine. No problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 for good measure. Hopefully they'll give up, right? And you can see all of your loot might be falling down here. This guy looks like it's healthy. And your sleeping bag has only taken some damage. Let's see if we continue with that. 6, 7. It's probably gone now, right? Oh, it's gone now. So you can see it's not a perfect system, but it does definitely give you even more protection than our traditional unlootable TC, which I showed over here, because you can actually redeem that loot, hopefully, if your sleeping bag hasn't been destroyed. All right, frustrate those raiders. Hit like, hit subscribe, and thanks guys for watching. Take care.